The options market can be a confusing place. Sorting through the daily avalanche of data, alerts, updates, articles, and analysis to find the most important information is an overwhelming prospect. But now you have help. Welcome to the Options News Rundown, the only program that breaks through the noise to bring you the most important news and information from the world of options. Every day, we bring you the top 5 option stories curated by the options experts at theoptionsinsider.com, the premier source for options information. The Options News Rundown is brought to you by LevelTradingField.com, the online communication, research, and quantitative platform with the largest collection of financial tools for traders, including the innovative Bitcoin Market Predictor. The Bitcoin Market Predictor is a simple prediction game where 10 people place bets on the future price of Bitcoin, and the top 3 most accurate predictions wins. Sign up at LevelTradingField.com with promo code INSIDER. The Options News Rundown is also brought to you by Market Taker Mentoring, the leader in options trading education. Get trader education, daily trade ideas, and more with a free 1-week trial of Market Taker Mentoring's Live Advantage Group coaching class by visiting markettaker.com/insider. And now it's time to break through the noise. It's time for your Options News Rundown.
Good morning. Today is February 12th, 2018. This is your Options News Rundown. I'm Dan Passarelli. Our first story today is from MarketWatch.com. Bitcoin inches closer to 9,000 with cryptos higher across the board. Bitcoin appeared to be hitching a ride higher with traditional investment assets on Monday, as the price of the digital currency touched nearly 9,000, and its rivals also moved higher across the board. The price of Bitcoin climbed 7% to $8,654.03 USD, having touched a high of $8,845.37 on Monday so far, according to Coindesk.com. The world's largest cryptocurrency by market cap moved to as high as $9,058.80 on Saturday before pulling back. Elsewhere, Ether, the coin on the Ethereum blockchain, was higher by 5.8% at $863.38, while Bitcoin Cash was up, trading 4.9% higher at $1,279.94. Among other currency rivals, Ripple surged 8.3% to $1.08, and Litecoin gained 6.5% to $158.82, according to Coindesk. Our second story today is from CNBC.com. U.S. 10-year Treasury yield climbs back to a 4-year high. The 10-year Treasury yield clawed its way back to a new 4-year high Monday after an equity sell-off that it helped cause sent its rate back right down last week. The yield on the benchmark 10-year Treasury note was at around 2.875% at 8:30 a.m. Eastern, while the yield on the 30-year Treasury bond was at 3.161%. Bond yields move inversely to prices. Earlier Monday, the 10-year Treasury yield rose to the 4-year high at 2.9% as concerns over inflation continue. Traders are expecting Wednesday's Consumer Price Index for January to validate fears that inflation is ramping up. Robin Griffiths, chief technical strategist at ECU Group, told CNBC on Monday that inflation fears and thus the current state of the bond market are not offering investors the safe option that they usually have when stock prices come down. Our third story today is from investing.com, and it's the top 5 things to know in the market on Monday. World stocks bounced back after a turbulent week. Global stock markets kicked off the week with strong gains as jitters over a sudden spike in volatility that wiped off $1 trillion in market capitalization last week appeared to ease. Analysts attributed the upbeat action in part to an encouraging finish on Friday for U.S. equities. Asian markets closed mostly higher, with benchmarks in both South Korea and China gaining around 1%, while Japan's Nikkei was closed for the holiday, for a holiday of some sort. In Europe, the continent's bourses posted solid gains, rebounding from last week's 6-month lows, as strength seen in markets overseas boosted sentiment. In early action Monday, Germany's DAX index put on about 2%. Second thing to note today, Treasury yields continue higher, which we talked about. U.S. Treasury yields continued this year's rally, with the benchmark 10-year note reaching an intraday high of 2.902%, level not seen since January 2014. Bitcoin prices rally back towards 9,000. We talked about that too. Bitcoin prices seem to have found a bottom as the digital currency made its way back towards the 9,000 level, moving well off a 4-month low below 6,000 last week. Fourth thing to know, oil rebounds after its worst weekly loss in 2 years. Oil prices started the week in positive territory after finishing lower for a 6th straight session on Friday to tally their worst weekly loss in 2 years. Trump to unveil infrastructure plan. The White House will unveil its long-awaited infrastructure plan, fulfilling a signature campaign promise of President Donald Trump. The proposal includes $200 billion in federal infrastructure spending over a decade, which would be paid through cuts elsewhere in the budget. The plan represents Trump's opening salvo in what's already shaping up to be a long and complex debate in Congress over how best to shore up the nation's infrastructure. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is news you can use for today, Monday, February 12, 2018, your Options News Rundown. I'm Dan Passarelli. Trade smart. Have a great week.
The Options News Rundown is brought to you by LevelTradingField.com, the online communication, research, and quantitative platform with the largest collection of financial tools for traders, including the innovative Bitcoin Market Predictor. The Bitcoin Market Predictor is a simple prediction game where 10 people place bets on the future price of Bitcoin, and the top 3 most accurate predictions wins. Sign up at LevelTradingField.com with promo code INSIDER. The Options News Rundown is also brought to you by Market Taker Mentoring, the leader in options trading education. Get trader education, daily trade ideas, and more with a free 1-week trial of Market Taker Mentoring's Live Advantage Group coaching class by visiting markettaker.com/insider.